Welcome, everyone. I am Priscila Ramirez. I am pursuing a major in public health with a minor in Spanish. This is a summary of all the goals I will be talking about: personal, academic, career, and professional. My two first personal goals consist of having a more healthy, wellness targeted life together with exploring and getting to know my community. Because although I have lived here a few years, there is still much to be learned. Starting with the first goal, which is having a more balanced lifestyle, I chose this goal because after I am done with my undergraduate studies, I hope to give myself the time to create a more equal balance of exploring myself and my interests, together with taking care of my career goals, but most importantly, my health, which are factors we many times put to the side being students. There are many steps I plan to take in order to gain a balanced lifestyle. However, I will only go over a few key ones for the sake of time. I will seek mentorship from others, such as psychologists, to create a plan that is effective and not too drastic. Reflective my plans are realistic in relation to my goals, debrief with others, and take someone if need be. Know when it's time to give yourself a break by setting reminders and using a calendar. A few of the resources I will use are mentorship, reality reflection, seeking mental and wellness resources, setting downtime, and using my notifications and calendar as a resource. Some obstacles I may come across are time management, fear of missing out, undercommitment, unhealthy habits, and unstable routine. I will overcome these obstacles by reminding myself it is important to prioritize responsibilities, but also do everything in a set amount of time. So I will reach out to the resources I have to replan, debrief, and try again. Learning artifacts I may collect along the way are milestones such as certificates, feedback, workshop results, photos, and videos of lived experiences. My second goal is to explore my community. The reason I put this instead of travel is because although I have lived here for so long, I would like to learn more of where I've lived so I can know the population groups I will be working with, both positive and negative impacts of the Arizona built and social environment. A few of the steps I plan to take, but not limited to, are learning more about my community and community groups on social media. From there, deciding places I would like to visit, such as local events, community centers, and clubs. This will also allow me to listen to the people in my community and have a diverse perspective for when I decide to pursue my career in health education together with social services. All of these locations are great places not only to get information or connections that will help aid in my exploratory journey, but also connections to work on my future projects. A few obstacles I may face and have to do with time, cultural differences, finances, and safety. I will ensure I split things I want to do and take breaks because exploring can be overwhelming. We need time to reflect. As for cultural differences, I will practice ethical questions to learn from others, being okay with not knowing everything. As for finances and safety, I will try to bring with me someone of complete trust and search for local programs that have free to low cost events. A few of the learning artifacts I will collect are flyers, maps, business cards, and data reports. This will not only help me make connections, but become a community advocate, which is something I would like to do. My two academic goals are complete an internship and graduate in May of 2026. I would like to get an internship as soon as I am able to. This is a need and is important because it is a requirement to graduate from college. It will also give me hands-on experience with research that will allow me to evaluate community health problems and concerns to apply to my future community health assessments as a health educator and social worker. There are many steps to be taken when seeking an internship. However, most of the search is independent, so it is important to take everything step by step and truly consider your interests and how you can use university and outside resources to become a stronger internship candidate. This includes your advisor. It is also important to ensure an internship will get approval by the college. I always like to say one resource leads to another. I enjoy using LifeLab, my advisor, professors, and Handshake, such as if my advisor cannot help me, she will usually point me in a direction where I can seek help and gain new resources. As for obstacles, some obstacles I may encounter are mostly based on planning and brainstorming before going into an internship and interview, being prepared and knowing the needs of the internship. For example, as for competitiveness, evaluate how you can stand out from others by seeking guidance from resources. Artifacts that I may collect along the way are resumes, contact information, reference, and interview notes. One of my biggest goals is to graduate by May of 2026. I need to do this because I am on a scholarship and I'm required to graduate within 4 years, as well as it is an accomplishment that will allow me to feel fulfilled. What is left for me to do thus far is maintain good academic standing in the rest of my courses and talk to my advisor to ensure I am on track. I also have to be extra careful and program deadlines, ensuring I meet them in order to prepare for graduation, thinking of my next steps. I will use so many more resources, but besides being connected to my advisor, I would like to talk to my mentor who has also helped me herself being a student perspective, was pursuing her master's, which is something I would like to do more along my career path. As for obstacles, my obstacles revolve around the difficulties that come with pushing yourself to graduate in 4 years. I acknowledge that it can be stressful, but not impossible. I will ensure to plan out both my personal and academic time in order to ensure I don't fail my goals and create stress that may lead to unhealthy consequences. As for my learning artifacts I may collect along the way are transcripts, projects, references, and diploma. My two career/professional goals are to build a professional network and find a job in which I can use my second language. This is important for obtaining higher pay and being a stronger candidate. The steps I will take consist of ensuring I highlight how being a Spanish-speaking person can be an asset to a job or company, demonstrating not only my high proficiency, but also what gained cultural competence comes with knowing Spanish. Also being open to taking any trainings in Spanish that will help understanding jobs and having a smoother transition. As for obstacles, it is important to be open with your employer about your skills and expectations when applying to a job and how they are valuable. However, it is important to be aware that Spanish is a diverse language and in itself, individuals speak it differently. So it is important to be patient with yourself and others, reminding yourself it is not a failure to look up how to say something or even ask for a moment. Some learning artifacts I may collect along the way are obviously my resume being modified once again, certifications, customer feedback, and training manuals. The second part of my goal is building a professional network. Professional networking allows for professional enhancement and building of career confidence. The steps I will take are going to be used to show my preparation, interest in others, and what they have to say. This will allow them to find interest in me, building a connection, and with time expressing skills that allow me to grow either in my desired field or a field that I may grow to love. As for resources, I will use the resources I have already stated to create networks and be prepared when networking. I will also use the feedback from those networks to improve in my field of study and career. Some obstacles that I might come across are reminding myself that networking does not just have to take place at events as for a time. As for negative feelings, you have to remember rejection can be seen as a form of feedback, and networking is not a form of judgment. It is an exchange of ideas, opportunities, and conversations. Some learning artifacts I may gain from this goal are emails and contacts, new goal settings, recommendations, and portfolio application amplifications. Thank you for watching.